Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is Tuesday, November 29th, 2011. Facebook announced that they're going to be going for their IPO next April. They're going to value the company at $100 billion. Take my word, this is an overreach. Also, in other news, Barney Frank, the Democratic congressman from Massachusetts, who has, when the Democrats are in control of the House, is the chairman of the Financial Services Committee, announced that he's retiring. He is not running for re-election next November. There's some very big news coming from Tehran. Iranian students, quote-unquote students, have stormed the British embassy. They brought down the British flag, stolen a picture of Queen Elizabeth II, and they've thrown documents from the windows. They clashed with Iranian police in front of the embassy, chanting "Death to England." Today's incident comes 2 days after the Iranian parliament approved a bill that reduces diplomatic relations with Britain following the UK's support of US sanctions on Tehran. It's disturbingly familiar with this picture from 1979 when so-called students took over the American embassy for over 400 days. Byrne is in the news. He may offer a fixed price for Lloyd's insurer Omega, or a lower range than the current 70 to 83 pence that he's talked to them about buying. Omega announced at the London Stock Exchange this morning that Haverford had indicated the possibility of a new proposal, but it hasn't come in yet. Haverford's existing offer to buy a quarter of Omega for up to 83 pence a share expires tomorrow. Of course, this news follows Omega's reporting that the losses for this year are going to be worse than expected. Haverford's bid was the only bid approved by the asset management firm Invesco, which is Omega's largest shareholder, so we'll see what happens there. In the United States, American Airlines filed for bankruptcy this morning. The nation's third largest airline said that it's trying to unload massive debt built up by years of accelerating jet fuel prices and labor struggles. They're going to continue normal flight operations during the reorganization. Some industry news. Torus has hired property and casualty figures from the specialty managing general agency group called CIEMUS, S-C-I-E-M-U-S. Dr. Seema Adya, CIEMUS's director of insurance, and its technical director, Michael Thorpe, are expected to join Torus in January. Lloyd's insurer Barbican has hired senior figures from Hiscox and Zurich as part of its commitment to strengthen its core offering for next year. One of the names is Austin Tuxler, one of Hiscox's most senior UK product heads. He's an expert in fine art. Also, Jenrry has announced that Pietro Toffanella, property facultative EMEA regional manager for Jenrry, has been promoted to P&C treaty manager of the Asia Pacific region. His EMEA property fac role has been filled by Martin Leach. The Reinsurance Association of America has announced that the impact of heavy 2011 cat losses is now clear. It moves the U.S. reinsurance group to an aggregate underwriting loss of $2.17 billion for the first 9 months of the year. And if you're thinking of buying an iPhone 4.0, think about this. On Friday, a passenger aboard Australian flight Regional Express ZL319 got an unwelcome landing gift when their iPhone 4 started spewing smoke and emitting a red-hot glow just before landing in Sydney. According to the airline, the fire was extinguished by a flight attendant immediately. There's no word yet why it happened, but it seems to have been a pretty big deal by the looks of this photo. This isn't the first time iPhones have overheated or exploded. In 2009, instances of iPhones exploding in Europe happened so frequently that the EU launched an investigation. Unfortunately, I'm contemplating buying an iPhone 4.0 this weekend. Maybe I'll rethink that. That's the news for today. The British are very, very exercised, appropriately so, about the Tehran embassy hostage taking, and they're urging strong action be taken. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.